It's going to be nice, though. I think getting out of the spotlight and just getting to live my life and do things that I want to do, and not have to sit. And I love talking to all of you, but it's going to be nice to not have to sit in front of a microphone multiple times a week. I really appreciate all of you, but it will be nice to kind of get away and relax for a little bit.
From the beginning, it was evident that the WNBA should focus entirely on building their future around Caitlin Clark. However, they have managed to make a huge mess of things. And now that Clark is leaving for Europe, they are in complete panic because they're going to lose the league's cash cow.
I keep getting notification in people commenting under my shorts videos that Caitlin Clark's gone. She's left the WNBA. What is going on? I don't believe that.
If you're wondering why, let's talk about Caitlin's rookie season. To say it was incredible would be an understatement. She wasn't just good. She was electrifying. Her three-point shots were coming from a different time zone. Her court vision was ridiculous. And the fans were swarming the arenas.
There are already so many players heading overseas to play during the off-season.
Does she have the build to play in the WNBA?
People are paying attention right now. I won't lie to you. I haven't paid attention for a single second since Caitlin Clark was removed. But that's normal for
built for the physicality of this league. Yeah, and she's not quick enough to get away from the physicality.
Television ratings that broke records. Caitlin Clark was in full force when she gave the WNBA much-needed attention and brought them into the spotlight whether they were prepared for it or not. She wasn't just a rookie, though. She was the one who had the potential to take the league to new heights, and they did nothing to appease her.
People are tuning in. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I have not tuned in 1 second since Caitlin Clark was eliminated, but that's not unusual.
Behind the scenes, the story was different. Clark was undoubtedly increasing the WNBA's viewership. But rather than receiving the respect she deserves, she was practically thrashed on the court every night as veterans came for her flagrant performance. The league was sitting there with popcorn, watching everything unfold, as if they were unaware that she was their golden goose until oops, she was gone.
But yes, she will have a target on her back as well.
Now that Caitlin has had enough, she is packing up and leaving for Europe, where she will likely be treated like the basketball princess she is. Meanwhile, the WNBA is panicking, wondering how in the world they can manage to keep fans engaged. Mark, an ESPN question, is having a tantrum while attempting to act as though they have any influence over the situation. Spoiler alert, they don't.
She's been box office, she was the main attraction, and there were so many storylines that's been associated with her. Most recently, the whole thing with her and Cheryl Swoops, even though it really wasn't her. It was Cheryl Swoops and all this. Every time you turned around, there was something that she had to deal with.
Clark is done with the disrespect, the lack of protection, and the WNBA's belief that they could coast on her talent without actually helping her. Let's not forget what she endured while playing in the league. It wasn't your average rookie roughing up. Instead, it was next-level brutality. At times, it appeared as though players were fouling her like it was a contact sport, and the referees were completely incompetent. It was no wonder that she began criticizing them in interviews, stating that she felt like she was getting hammered out there and that she wasn't exaggerating like that.
Get called for some technical fouls. She struggled with physical defense she's faced at the professional level and voiced frustration with the league's officiating, recently telling reporters, quote, "I feel like I'm getting hammered and everybody is physical with me, and opponents get away with things that other people don't get away with." That's what Caitlin Clark said.
The WNBA allowed other players' jealousy to run wild instead of intervening to defend their best player. Veterans weren't coaching Clark. Instead, they were making fun of her. It wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was personal, and the league just stood by and did nothing while now paying the price. The WNBA had every chance to make Caitlin Clark the face of women's basketball and build their entire brand around her. But instead, they let her get beaten up on the court and ignored her value. Now that she's gone, they're in disarray as they try to figure out how to keep people watching without their biggest star. Caitlin Clark is done being their punching bag and is taking her talents to Europe, where, let's be honest, they'll probably throw her a red carpet. Your meal ticket is under constant.
Like, I keep getting notification in people commenting under my shorts videos that Caitlin Clark's gone. She's left the WNBA. What is going on? Like, I don't believe that.
ESPN is also in a frenzy since, guess what? All of the viewers they were counting on to increase their numbers vanished in an instant, leaving the league scratching their heads and wondering what went wrong. The simple fact is that they didn't respect Caitlin Clark, and now they're paying the price. Not only is Clark's decision to move to Europe a victory for her, but it serves as a wake-up call for the WNBA and ESPN, who took her for granted and now have nothing better to do than act outraged as the athlete who will shape their future leaves them in the dust.
Your meal ticket is under constant attack. There's been dirty plays all season. Those guys, they're the racists when really y'all are the racists. The people coming up with excuses to hate Caitlin Clark and the new fan base that she. Michael Jordan of the WNBA was assaulted, has a black eye during the second half of the game because Dejanay Carrington stabbed her with her fingernails in the eye. Play the, I believe it's, side 11. Can we just play? And then all of a sudden your hand turns downwards and straight into the eye of the biggest star in the WNBA. It's not a natural act. And I called it out yesterday in real time watching the game. Like, hey, that was on purpose. That was not an accident.
There was also a stat that came out a few weeks ago that said Caitlin Clark received 17% of the WNBA's flagrant fouls this season, and 80% of those flagrant fouls were committed by the Chicago Sky against Caitlin Clark. Now, this one that we see right here that I believe should have been a flagrant foul was not called that. So there have been cheap shots, there have been hard fouls, there have been other plays that haven't even been called flagrant fouls.
Let her cook. Y'all stop being petty. Stop being catty, because she like a double-edged sword. She cutting tail left and right. And it's bothering y'all, and I see it.
Your biggest star, your meal ticket, the reason why you have relevancy, just got stabbed and assaulted and nothing.
Every time you play rookies, you just want to fucking kill them. I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base. It's unacceptable, honestly. We've been professional throughout the whole entire thing.